This is just going to be a video on the first gun I ever owned. This is the actual gun. I got this when I was, I believe, 11 years old. My dad was a firm believer. Back then the BB guns were real, I'm showing my age I guess, real popular. And my dad didn't think that kids would respect a BB gun as much as they would, like, say, a 22 or something. So he bought me this as my first gun instead of a BB gun. I've been shooting since I've been able to hold a gun, because my dad was a big gun collector and we always went out in the back and shot them. Basically everything he had. And this is my first one. What it is, it's a Nylon 66 Remington. It's a 22 long rifle. Before we get a close-up of it, I'll give you a quick rundown of it. Remington made these from, I believe, 1959 till somewhere in the late 80s or the early 90s. I can't remember which. It was the first gun that was made of that wasn't made of wood, a rifle with the stock and everything. Remington sent this out to DuPont and told them to come up with something that had all kinds of criteria that had to be made, like almost unbreakable, could be molded in any shape, durable, weatherproof of any type of weather. And DuPont came up with this. It's called Nylon Zytel 101, so we'll just refer to it as Nylon. That was DuPont's name for it, to Zytel 101. The prototype that Remington first made, they shot 75,000 rounds, I believe, with a malfunction rate of 0.005%. And even then, they sent it back to have it to make some improvements on it. That's incredible. When they finally did start manufacturing, Remington gave, I think it was 3 rifles to different representatives in the company. Told them to go out and shoot at least 1,000 rounds and come back with a report on how they did. I know one guy ran over it with his truck, left it outside all night, actually tied a fishing line to the trigger guard, put it to the bottom of the lake, brought it loaded with ammunition, brought it back up, shook the water out, fired it, no problems. None of them reported any misfires at all on it. Also, a rep from Remington set out to set a world's record, and he did. He shot with the Remington Nylon 66. He shot at 100,010 blocks, wood blocks that were thrown up in the air, and he hit 100,004. So he missed 6 with no hiccups in the gun whatsoever. The rifle was cleaned 5 times. I think he averaged a round every 4 seconds in that. That's pretty incredible. I think the barrel is just over 19¼ inches long, and the rifle only weighs in at 4 pounds 8 ounces. Remington actually put a lifetime warranty on this nylon stock. If it cracked or break, they'd replace it for free. My particular one was manufactured in, I believe, March of 1975. I'll just give you a close up. It holds a 14 round magazine capacity. And something else is good for a starter gun is the rounds are loaded from the butt, so it's automatically your muzzle towards the ground in a safe direction while you're loading it. So that's kind of a good practice. This has got the original Weaver scope that came with the gun. This is the Apache Black. They made it in Mohawk Brown and Seneca Green, and also they made a black diamond, which is all blued but with the black stock, and it's got a black diamond up here instead of a white one. This is a chrome barrel, obviously, and receiver. Well, receiver cover. The actual receiver is made of nylon too. Remington put these covers on there so so that the customers wouldn't shy away from an all plastic gun so much. You don't have to lube these at all. They're self-lubricating, and they don't take a whole lot of cleaning. Just give you a close up. Like I said, this is my first gun. I'll never get rid of this. And I've shot countless rounds. Probably not in the last 10 years, but I've shot countless rounds through this. When my son turned 11 or 12, I bought him this. This is the Mohawk Brown I was telling you about, Nylon 66. His was made in March of 74, I believe, whereas mine was March of 75. Like I said, this is just a receiver cover. Underneath there, the receiver is actually made of that nylon. And one thing I did buy from my sons is this plate down here on the stock. It's got the person who had this their first round they ever shot through it, they embedded it in there. So I found a new old stock, one of these plates, and bought it. He likes this one in here, so if he ever wants to replace it to make it look, I mean, without a hole through it, then he's still got that one he can put on there. There's the same exact rifle except it's blued and it's got a Mohawk brown stock. Everything else the exact same on it. I know you 1022 fans when I say this, but this is absolutely my favorite 22. Of course, it was my first gun too. And then when my daughter turned her 11 or 12, I bought her this, another Mohawk brown. I've yet to take hers down yet. I'm going to do a disassembly video on a complete teardown of it. It's not too bad. I know there's a lot of them been brought to gunsmiths and bags with the parts. I'll do a real detailed video on it and show you how to take it down if you don't already know how to do it. The last piece that I got to take out is the one that gives me trouble. And to be honest with you, my wife usually does it for me. So I usually don't take out that last piece, but we'll do it on this next video. Like I said, I've never taken hers down. So we'll take hers down and do a thorough cleaning on it. So it's kind of a tradition, I guess. My dad said he bought me my first gun as a Nylon 66 and both my kids when they turned the same age. I bought them a Nylon 66. I think that's all I got on it. Like I said, I'll do a disassembly video on it. And upcoming, probably within the next 3 weeks. I might have a couple videos in between there. But as always, thanks for watching.